So, hi, my name is Freddie Sanabria. My pronouns are he, him, his. I was born in Puerto Rico and I grew up in the Bronx. I got admitted to Case Western Reserve as a computer engineer back in 2017. I was a student there for a year until I decided to transfer to Northeastern University in Boston. When I got admitted into Case, I was a mechanical engineer, but then second semester I decided to switch into accounting because I took an accounting course my first semester and realized that I was more interested in business than I was in engineering. The main reason why I originally decided to go to Case was because of the financial aid, because I knew that my expected family contribution was going to be zero. So I was looking for a university that was going to be able to support me financially. So it was one of the main reasons why I decided to go to Case. Because coming from New York, it's like you're used to a big city, so the thought of like moving all the way to Ohio, I was like, it was very scary. I almost kind of felt like suppressed in some cases, like because it was mostly like predominantly white people, and I just really didn't know how to communicate with them. We've had so many differences growing up that, when they talk about certain experiences and you don't know how to relate to them, you kind of feel like an outsider. And, it's like, how can you find that intersection with them? Looking around, seeing like it's seemingly like other people already have their lives together, and we're already like deep into their field, and I felt lost because I was undecided. I didn't know about what I wanted as a career, and on top of trying to figure out financially how I'm gonna be able to support myself, and like I had to get on-campus job to just be able to like do the same things that my peers would just be able to do regularly without any extra income or anything, just from off their parents' support. And it was just different because I had to put twice the effort just to get this, just to get the same experience from them. That's why I got so much comfort from Alianza, because immediately there was that connection, between the culture, between food, just being able to talk about experiences together, and like, how we're all related, and just sharing each other's culture. That's like what really got me through like the huge culture shock, the friendships that like I was able to make through it, and the opportunities that like I was able to get, like being able to go for the Oshly conference, or San Diego for the San Diego for Hakun, and Chicago for Ushly. I found comfort in La Alianza because I felt like home again, and I was surrounded by people that looked like me and had the same experiences as me. So I think like without La Alianza, I wouldn't really have felt comfortable at Case. Just listening to reggaeton and like a bunch of different like Spanish music, it was just that instant bond, like, and every time we would have a meeting and we would be able to get catering, and just I don't know, is like such a powerful thing. I don't know. You might feel isolated and alone, so you gotta find like a support system. My first job was like when I was 15. Remember, I was like excited because I was like, well, I'm finally old enough so I could like get my own job and like buy my own things and stuff. It was like a summer internship. That's actually like I bought. It's crazy because even though I was 15 then, I tried to save up all the money I earned from that summer so I could buy myself my own laptop, like my own MacBook, because I wanted one so badly, and I knew that my parents wouldn't be able to buy me one for college. So I was like, I should probably save up money now and buy it now since I don't have like any bills or any responsibilities. So then, like, I know it's gonna be something that's gonna last me for years. And it actually was like the laptop I used up until like last year when I spilled water on it, and like I had to get a new one. I was thinking like about college even back then as like a 15-year-old. Like, most people would probably just want to buy shoes or the latest phone or something. But, I know that like I have to go to college and I have to do more than just like, stay in the Bronx and stuff. Cause especially like within my family members, like, they didn't finish school or anything. They kind of just ended up staying there, staying at home. And trying to explain to my parents what I want to do, and trying to explain to them how college life and why I decided to move thousands of miles away. And because to them, as proud as they are of me going to higher education, they don't know what that's like because both of them didn't even make it to high school. So It's just a lot of like trying to explain to them what I'm going through, at the same time trying to figure out what I am going through and like what I want to do. It's just so many things going through your head trying to, juggle them around, and it's kind of put amongst myself to keep persevering and like figuring out what I want to do. The second semester that I was there, I know I wanted to do business, but then I realized I didn't want to do accounting. I wanted to do entrepreneurship and actually like start my own business. So then I started looking at like what was the closest thing that offered that at Case, which was business management. I started thinking about like some of the things I want to do and like the people I want to meet, and just, I don't know, opportunities I wanted to have. I feel like I wasn't really gonna be able to get that at Case or like in Cleveland, because also I wanted to be closer to home. Another big reason was I lost my aunt. I just like that really hit me, and I was in a state where like everything felt like it was a dream. It was like really weird. I don't know why. Just started thinking about like I can't be this far away from home. Like, God forbid there's another emergency, and it's like 10-12 hour bus ride because I couldn't afford to fly back. So, it was very long for me. It literally would take a whole day just for me to get back home, and I don't know, it just was kind of scary, like, that I might not be there, like if something happens to one of my family members or something. I don't know. I just know I had to be closer, and I had a friend who also, we went to high school together, and then we went to Case together. We both felt the same way, that like just Case and like being in Cleveland just wasn't for us. So then she showed me like Northeastern University and a couple other schools in Boston. Northeastern gave me a pretty good financial aid, and the city of Boston like looked amazing, and I got admitted as a entrepreneurship and innovation major. And just looking at like the different resources they offered, just the fact that they even had that major, specifically, I just felt like it was like the best opportunity for me, and I felt more comfortable that way. They kind of just made me realize why I had to leave, because even the career center, I went there once to get help with like interview that I had for like within accounting, not necessarily like what I wanted to do. There was a test that they made me take one time at the career center, like, you answer a bunch of questions, and then based off that, they recommend like what your field of interest and like careers you'd be interested in. And it made me realize that I wouldn't be able to accomplish those careers at Case. Also, as a first generation student, I feel like Case didn't have the proper resources to support me in helping find out what I wanted to do in my career, because I didn't have that support at home, and I felt that the school should be that support. I didn't feel like Case had that. There really wasn't any help I could get at home, ask my parents about, what they studied, or figuring out what their passion is, because they weren't able to figure that out for themselves. And there really wasn't anyone in my family that I could talk to about what helped them figure out what they want to do in their lives. I didn't get that support from Case to help me figure that out on my own. To the first generation Latinx students, I would tell them to join Alianza right away. Just go to any meeting. There's definitely going to be people that they becomes friends with, and that you'll be friends with even beyond Case, because Alianza really does make like strong bonds and connections, and you get to do things that make you feel at home. I mean, I feel like Alianza is a great home, and a great way for you to get the support system. You can have a home away from home. One thing that I believe that Case Western should do, so that other students don't experience the same issues that I did, is that to have better support for first generation students, and have more guidance, to keep track of them, and just make sure that they're doing good, not just academically, but, mentally as well. Keep track of their adjustment, because there is a lot of things that um, changes that we're experiencing, and a lot of things that could be going on back home, and there may be some struggling financially, and I feel like kids should just like have more resources to support other students like this. Because even like when I was there, I kept on hearing that so many people's reasoning for being at Case is because of financial aid. So obviously Case has a lot of students that either need help financially. That's their main motivating factor. So obviously there's a big community of those students there, but there really isn't enough resources that to support them to make sure that they're good. Just like I feel like Case more focuses on getting those students out there, so that's why they're willing to provide extra financial aid. But once those students do get to campus, like, are they ensuring that they're good, that they're well off and getting accustomed to everything? There's like a lot that could be going behind the scenes that no one would be able to know. So just trying to like make that communication and have that conversation with them, I guess.